Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to another episode of the Tabletop Trio Podcast. I'm Bob.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Graham.
Welcome officially to the show.
We did it.
They suckered me in.
Tabletop Trio is officially
A trio again.
Not one, not two, but three.
Three.
It honestly, it reminds me of in college, I did a radio show called The Three Best Friends Show. And it started out with me and two other people. Then we brought a fourth person on. And then a fifth person. And by the time I graduated from college, there were 7 of us on the show. And we were still called The Three Best Friends Show. So the running joke is like, all right, who's just an acquaintance and who's the real friends?
Yeah, who's the best?
Did you ever establish that, or did you let it?
I was kicked off the show for a little bit because I was...
Well, I guess that made that point.
So... well, because I graduated.
So you were definitely an acquaintance.
So I was demoted from best friend to acquaintance, even though I'm the one who came up with the show.
That's gotta hurt.
Right? It did a little bit. And then they're like, yeah, we're kind of dicks. Do you want to come back on? I'm like,
Not now.
I mean, all right, sure, I guess
If
so.
you want me to, I
I
guess.
very clearly know I'm not the best friend.
Yeah. It's like, all right, fine. I'll be the acquaintance. So the 3 best friends plus 3 others, and then maybe like
And that other guy.
the other guy who's just there. Because there were just random people who would just show up and come on the show with us. And I'm like, all right, cool. I guess he can come on.
So nothing's changed from here. Just random people are like, hey, you want to come on? Uh-huh.
Yeah, all right, sure. Why not? But we got a really good show for you guys. A whole lot of stuff lined up to talk about. Plus, you know, we'd mentioned it once already. A couple weeks from now, we'll be up in Boston.
Yes.
And I'm very excited for it. We're going to have Cast Iron Kyle come on after the show to do a little recap and that kind of thing. Plus, make sure you check out the YouTube channel. We're going to have some really cool behind-the-scenes stuff. Looking on putting together a little how it's made video kind of thing.
Yeah.
Of our personal experiences going out there.
I guess it would be a behind-the-scenes vlog style video. This go round.
Yeah. Figure we change it up, because how many times can we go in and just be like, all right, hey, we talked to these people. Very cool.
Yeah. Got to do something a little
Got to
different.
change it up a little bit every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be the whole like, hey, so we're here. It's Bumble Clock, in the morning, and we're leaving for Boston. Let's have fun.
Yeah, it should be fun, especially because we're all driving up together. So
gonna
like,
be
what
chaos.
could go wrong?
What's the worst that could possibly happen?
This is going to be my first trip.
Ooh, pinball machine. Sorry.
You almost did that last year. We drove past. You're like,
Damn
ooh,
right.
Micro Center.
I was so close.
I'm like, Joe, check-in is 3:00.
I'm like, do we need anything from Micro Center? That's not the point. We just go to Micro Center just to see what's there. What if we find something? And I was like, no, you're right. You're right.
You never know. We might need something.
Micro Center,
I don't
I've
even
said
know
it
what is.
before. Micro Center is a Costco for nerds. It's like every good part of Best Buy, which I know there are a few, but
Yeah,
like
there's good parts of Best Buy.
but there's a few. You take all of those parts, multiply them by like at least 100. That's a Micro Center. It is. I just found out you need a degree to like work at a Micro Center. Like they
Really?
need, they not like a degree, but they make you do like the
Micro Center University.
like the Comp TIA like certifications and stuff. Like you need to be certified to work there.
wow, I had no idea.
Is this something that's around us?
There is one about 40-ish minutes from here.
I've never heard of it before. Like, at all.
I every time I go there, I'm like,
Not
it's a
even kinda.
problem.
Yeah. I bought my sim racing wheel and whatnot from one, but that was out in like Villanova, PA. That was actually closer to get to than the one that's up here.
Yeah, I think this one's up in Patterson,
Yeah.
something like that. It's a trip, but like it's dangerous. You just don't.
There were so many things. I went up there because I went up. I'm like, all right, I know exactly what I'm buying. I just have to buy it.
That was your first mistake.
It was, because by the time I got there, I'm like, oh, I mean, they even had Lego. Like,
Yeah. And then they have 3D printers for if you just want to make your own Legos.
Here,
Yeah.
take my money.
Yeah.
So every time I go, I have to go with cash and only the amount that I have for the thing that I need. Because if I go with a credit card, I'm walking out with more than I have to. So I'm like a friggin' toddler. Like I need wallet, take all the cards out, just put cash in for how much you need. I'll give you, I think last time I went, a lady was like, you get $10 more extra. You could buy something for $10 more. I was like, yeah, all right, that's fair. Came back with a magnetized bowl. You could put screws and stuff in. It's like a friggin'.
Oh, I love those.
It's like a 25-pound magnet. It was like $5.
Oh, perfect.
I was like, yep, 2 of these.
It was the worst because I went there and the guy had to go get the thing from the back. He's like, all right, walk around. He's like, give me about like 15, 20 minutes to grab everything. Just go up to the front, give him your name, and you'll be all set. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm walking around, and then I see the microphones. And I'm like, oh no. They had some gorgeous mics. They had this one like retro looking mic. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, I need it. I don't need it, but I want it so much.
That's a salesman though. He totally got you.
That's
the
the whole
item you
store.
needed was right behind the counter.
right there.
And he said, yeah, give me 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You'll buy something.
That's how they get it. They're like car salesmen. You're like, oh yeah, you got
But
what you're
not
looking for.
sleazy.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you got what you're looking for. We're gonna bring it up front. Just meet us up there. And then they're like, yeah. I know I'm not gonna walk straight. There's too many aisles. There's too much stuff. I'm gonna look at least an aisle. And then it's like, oh, they had that? Oh shit, I didn't know you could even get that not online. What's in that next aisle?
Ooh, there's no label on this aisle. It's a mystery aisle. I have to go there now.
Even the carts are set up like fucking Legos, where it's like 2 things, like 2 big wide things so you can put like cases and stuff in. So it's about yay wide. But the first one folds up. So like if you only need the one, you use the bottom one. But like they know. You're like, yeah, just fold that one down when you're ready.
I was not smart enough to learn how to figure it out. So I didn't even grab a cart. They just put my stuff in a cart to take back to my car. And I'm like,
they're like, here you go. This is how it works. So, yeah, no, one day we'll go.
One day.
I feel like we need to take a field trip. The next time we need gear for the show,
we'll come with the
we
cameras.
just have to take a field trip up to Micro Center.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. We'll just
Especially because I am looking into maybe possibly upgrading my PC.
The time. I said it. I called it.
It's a problem.
What was it? It's been about 6 months.
Yeah.
It's right on cue. It's exactly what I said when I built it. I was like, yeah, this will run for like 6 to 8 months before you're like, I want new one. And I was like,
Yeah, and I did just get my my tax refund, so it's sitting there.
They
and
go
I'm
hand
like,
in hand.
this is going into my savings. This is not going in my computer fund. Okay, maybe some of it is going into my computer fund.
Sorry, I just watched our camera be like, I'm trying to autofocus. I don't know what was going on there for a second.
Clearly, it's having a rave, and we weren't invited.
Apparently. Yeah, that's usually how that goes. I used to, whenever I get my tax returns, it was like, it's new PC season.
Right.
Do you guys file your taxes early?
It depends. I'm
a last day kind of guy, and this year actually I had to file an extension. I still haven't done my taxes. I wait to the very last minute so the money comes later because I will spend it.
So I have
That's fair.
I have a family friend who does our taxes. So the longer you wait, the less discount he gives you because he runs out of like the family discount. So like I am incentivized to earlier. So
I have my brother do mine. He's an accountant, so
That's fair.
Yeah.
he just does them.
We have a family friend, and for the longest time, like I would just say, all right, Mom, here's all my stuff. Let me know how much I owe. But this year, I'm like, you know what? F it. I have everything. I'm not going to wait for my parents. I just had to call the guy. He's like, all right, yeah, upload everything. All right, cool. DocuSign. All right, here's how much you're getting back. Here's how much you owe me. Have fun. I'm like, all right, cool. Didn't have to go to any meetings or anything like that.
No.
And literally all he had to do was just like, all right, did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this? No? All right, cool. I'll let you know when it's ready.
Yeah, I thought taxes was more complicated until I started putting them in. I'm like, oh, you just give them all the paper that they give you. You just...
Yeah.
For all you in the chat who don't have someone, what do you do?
Doing your own taxes isn't that hard.
I did it one time when it was just me because it was very simple. Because it was like the one piece of paper.
Yeah.
Like, here you go.
It gets more complex the more
Then we did
things
like
you do.
the house,
Yeah.
and then wife, and then solar, and now I'm like, I need a person. I don't know what to do anymore.
My girlfriend's dad does hers for like the whole family, and like he used to do it with like her grandmother and all that, and she's just like, yeah, my dad handles all of it. I sit up there with him for about an hour or so. We go through everything, and I get money back. It's great, and it's free.
We take those.
Yeah.
Who just got sued? What tax company? For like them like telling people it wasn't free? I think it was TurboTax.
It
Where-
sounds
where
like
they were
something
like-
TurboTax would do.
They were basically hiding the free option and saying that you needed to pay like the $49 or whatever for like the premium version when
Oh,
like
that's
the
awesome.
free one worked for like 80% of people or something. And I think it was this year that they got sued for that.
You love to see those big companies get sued.
Yeah, Ticketmaster is under federal investigation.
I saw that. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Finally.
Yeah, finally the government does something.
Well, we'll see if they get paid out.
Mm.
You never know.
Yeah, right.
They have enough money is the problem.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, even just looking at concert tickets, I forget who I was talking to.
depends on when and where.
I was talking to a buddy of mine. Dimension 20 is doing a live show at Madison Square Garden,
Yes. Wanted to go.
and they put up for pre-sale. Pre-sale sold out almost immediately. Tickets were going for $3,000.
Yep. So that
$3,000. Granted, it's Madison Square Garden. Granted, it's a one night show, one time only kind of thing.
so Dropout. This is how I found out about this whole thing. Dropout called Ticketmaster, Live Nation, whoever it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, hey, take us off this flex bullshit because it was surge pricing.
Yeah.
That's what was happening. They never set the prices that high.
Yeah.
So they were like, take us off the surge pricing, take us off the whatever pricing. This is the price of our tickets. It will always be the price of our tickets. Never give us anything that we ever do again. We do not want surge pricing on. We apologize to everybody. The tickets are down to $129 where they're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be putting it to Dropout for free. Like whoever has Dropout, you just go watch it because
That's what I'm doing.
everyone should be, accessible to get there. We really apologize. And then like the day after or the day after that, the whole thing happened. And everyone was like, yo, Mr. Reich over there calling his dad because his dad was a senator.
Yeah.
I think for the Clintons. Like
Okay,
way
there we
back.
go.
So everyone was like, Mr. Reich over there getting his dad on the phone to make some phone calls and get some, and then all of a sudden this is all happening. I was laughing really hard.
Yeah, because I looked into it. The cheapest tickets were $1,200
Yeah, that's surge pricing.
for nosebleed, like up where you're not going to see anything, last row.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. These fees and that kind of thing, it's a joke.
It's not worth going to anything anymore.
No.
My one of my friends is flying her and her two children to Paris to go see the Eras tour because tickets in America are too expensive. It's cheaper to fly to Paris, stay there, and then see the show over there than it is to
just go here.
just go here.
Holy
Anywhere
crap.
in America.
That's what
That's
I mean.
insane.
I get because like the surge pricing thing is ridiculous. It,
Mhm.
it really is. They're basically like, oh, are people clicking this link? Better make it 500 more times more expensive. Oh, we're pocketing all that cash, by the way.
That's the thing that drives me insane. Like, it's the fees and all that kind of stuff. I am so glad that I have a few connections through work where I can get tickets to smaller venues. Like, I'm not getting Eras Tour tickets for free or any of that kind of stuff. But, like, if, I don't know, Avatar, The Last Airbender, which they announced they're doing an orchestra tour again, which I'm definitely going this year. Like, if they're going to, like, State Theater up in New Brunswick or NJ Pack or something like that, I can reach out to a coworker and say, hey, do you have any tickets we can get from work? You know, let me know. I'm lucky with that. But the amount of money that people are spending on like tickets and then the fees and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's ridiculous. I want to go see a show. I want my money and I want to support the band, the artist, whatever. I want that money to go to the artist.
Yeah.
And yeah, I understand they need to make money. They need to, you know, be able to pay their staff and all that kind of thing. But if I'm paying more money in fees than I am for the actual ticket,
by far,
and then that ticket's price goes to the promoter, goes to the PR team, goes to the road crew, goes to the other, you know, all of the band members, goes to all their like PR people and like marketing and all that kind of stuff. They're getting like $1 out of my $100 ticket.
Yeah.
Make sense.
That's why I stopped going to AEW shows. When I started going, when it was like the new promotion, it was like $130, I think, for like damn near front row. Like, not like you're not on TV, but like you're like one row above
you're
TV.
Close, yeah.
But you were close. It was like $130, $140 a ticket, sometimes even less. It was like really good. And then they had 2 shows in Philly recently, not WrestleMania. That was fucking ridiculous. Fucking $7,000 tickets for like the nosebleeds. And that was not surge pricing. That was just the price. They had 2 shows recently, like in the New Jersey, Pennsylvania area. And one of them was at the same place I went to one of the times. I was like, oh, great. I know the venue, which means I can get the good seatings. I want to go where I sat last time. They were really good. Mm-hmm. They were like $400 to $500 now.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, same seat. I'm like, I can't afford that.
No.
Like, first of all, even if I could, the whole thing with wrestling is going with friends. I get 4 tickets. I got to drop $2,000.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like, we're offline.
Oh,
Are we?
no.
Mine says offline.
No, it's saying we're live on my side of things.
Well, weird.
But if you're a podcast listener, we never left.
We're not here at all. I don't know. Weird.
That is bizarre. Yeah, we have internet and it's saying we're live.
Well, that's fun. Carry on.
Isn't technology the best?
The only thing I would do is turn it on, and turn it off, turn it back on.
That's what I did. We're back live.
Yep.
Yeah, we're good.
See, it works every time.
It's like we're never left.
It's how things work.
God. I have students that will have like Chromebook issues, and they're like, "Oh, do you know how to fix this?" No, turn it off, turn it back on, hope it works.
Yeah.
That when I started working like with IT stuff, I was like, that never works. Like people, it's not that. It's not. Turning it off and on doesn't fix that much stuff.
You shut your mouth.
So then
it's never fix the problem.
So then I get to like my job, and then I start dealing with people's problems. Yeah. Every fucking it's like 90% of the time. It's like it's turn it off and turn it on. And it works.
So what you're saying is I, as a teacher, can also do IT.
Like 90% of it.
Nice.
And then the other 10% of it is Googling the problem and then knowing enough knowledge to follow the steps to troubleshoot it. Because like usually if you're having an issue, someone else has had that issue. Then you get like that 0.5% where it's a new issue. And you have to be the one to make a document that someone follows online.
Kind of like the issue I was having on like my like first PC where I'm like, hey, why is the screen flickering? And you're like, what?
Exactly. You never know. Sometimes computers are weird. I love when my users lie. Like, did you restart? Like, yeah. Like, you positive? Mm-hmm. 100%. You restarted that computer. Yeah.
Okay. I turned the monitor off. Does that count?
Let me log in. I log in. Task Manager. Task Manager now has a clock where it tells you how long it's been on. In case you guys are also going to do that to your IT people. We know. So I go and look. Like, it's been on for 47 days. So either you're really bad at pressing the power button or you lied. Either way, restart it. Call me if there's a problem. They restart it. I never hear back. Never.
You're good.
Yeah.
Don't you love being able to catch people like that?
All the time. I'm like, it's a computer. All it does is count. You think it's not counting when I ask you for something? All it does is math.
It's just ones and zeros.
That's what I tell people. They're like, why does restarting it work so often? And I was like, because there are trillions of ones and zeros that thing is counting all the time. And they're not perfect. So sometimes a 1 goes where a 0 should be, or a 0 goes where a 1 should be. And that starts a snowball of fuckery. So you just turn it off and turn it back on, and then the ones and zeros are all back in order, and everything is happy. And they were like, that can't be true. I'm like, that is exactly what happens. God. Computers are dumb. Like, they're smart, but they're fucking stupid.
I like the idea of them telling you, like, no, that can't work like that. And did you go to school for this? Is this your job?
Google it. That's what my nameplate is at work.
Google it.
It says, I don't know, Google it. That's my name. That's my nameplate. When someone comes over and they're like, do you know what this does? And I was like, like, this could have been a question for Google that I didn't have to answer. But no.
I am so glad I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Like, the most I have to worry about when I'm at work is people asking how streaming works. And then I basically tell them, like, streaming works like you're playing an iPod. Like, you have your playlist. I'm listening to a playlist. You're listening to the playlist. Same playlist. Same songs are going to be there. I hit shuffle. You hit shuffle. You hear things in a different way than I hear things. That's how the stream works.
I would see.
It doesn't follow a log. It doesn't follow like one after the other. It's a unique user experience tailored to the listener.
So you at least are nice about it. I would have been like, when an FM radio fucks a cloud, you get a thing called streaming.
And then I can't tell you how many times people are like, hey, what time did this commercial play? And I'm like, I cannot tell you that. I physically cannot give you a time because it works with like a certain percentage of listeners listening to the radio station hear that spot. Once it hits a certain percentage, that's how it counts as a play. So it's like this whole magical math algorithm that no one actually knows. And then like, but I need the times the spot played. Okay, fine. In this hour, it got 0.5 of a play. Happy? You're going to get your 4 plays. It just is going to take a little long. Like,
yeah, it's science. It's not old school. It's not going to be like, it's going to play at 2:30, 4:30, and 5:30. It's not like that anymore.
That's how broadcast commercials are.
No.
Like, if you're listening to the FM signal, it's all laid out, and the computer marks what time that spot played. That gets sent to the client. Client says, oh, well, this one's coming up at 5:35 today. I might as well tune in to hear my commercial. People do that. And they will shit a chicken if their spot doesn't play right at 5:33. Oh.
It's got to be like an artist listening to their own music. It's super weird.
Right?
Or like Will Smith sitting at home watching his movies.
Yeah, like
Well, why? You did it.
It's weird.
In fairness,
It's weird.
In fairness, I will drive home listening to my own radio show when I'm not live. Because I'll sit there and critique myself. Because in the moment, when I voice track a shift, it's literally me, a studio, and a microphone. And the way our system all plays out, it has everything timed out. And when I recorded everything the first time, because we do time and temperature and all that, I literally had to sit there and say 701, 702, 703, 704, and do all of that. So then when I'm recording my actual voice parts, I have to go in and start in the middle of a sentence and not the beginning of the sentence. So like I'll go in and be like, okay, so that's how that sounds. All right, I need to say Well, anyway, I was doing this the other day when that's not how you normally like introduce a topic. Normally it's, well, I was doing this anyway. Hey, listen, I was doing this the other day and blah, 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 blah. I have to get in. So I was doing this thing the other day and blah, 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 blah.
I think
so. I'm like going back and kind of critiquing my performance almost.
I think that's different when you're the only one there and you're like, trying to better. I think it's like I watch back all of our stuff because I have to edit it. Like when we do our big camera stuff like Boston and all that.
Oh, yeah.
I hate watching that. I don't want to see myself. I was there. I know. I don't need to watch this again. I don't even like reruns. I'm the worst. And I have to edit this. I have to sit here and watch the whole thing again. It's the worst. It's like a slow form of torture. And I'm like, God, I look like a fucking idiot there. Can I cut this out? No. God damn, it needs to be in there. Can I cut this part out? No, that doesn't work either.
I'm going to look like an idiot the entire time we're in Boston. Like the whole time.
I mean, that's what we all do anyway.
It really
so
depends.
Fine.
It depends on where I am and if I'm holding the camera because you're tall and you're tall. But if I have to get me in a photo, it's probably going to be... It's probably just going to be your chests.
We should do the entire video angled from Joe's view.
Yeah. I'd be like, uppies? Might as well put me in a fucking baby bit or a stroller. I look like I'm fucking...
I feel like that needs to be the running joke where anytime you or I are on camera, the camera is like 2 feet lower than us.
Yeah.
Just to be like Joe's POV.
Yeah, you'll know when I'm recording. It's when you can see their chins. That's just how it's gonna be. I was in Pennsylvania yesterday. We were at a liquor store. I walked in, check out. I walked to the cashier. The dude was so fucking tall, but like I thought he was standing on a box, like trying to get something up there, and then checked out until I rounded the corner. That fucker was just that tall. Holy shit! He had to be at least 7'3".
That's wild. I get intimidated when people are taller than me. I'm 6'6".
That makes sense.
You're taller than me. It's intimidating. You're a monster,
right?
That's how I feel, but I'm only 5'9".
The world's
We've had this
place.
conversation before. You're like, the world is ruled by tall people, and I'm like, says everyone who can't fit in a doorway.
So Joe, I gotta know the liquor store you went to. Pennsylvania has weird liquor laws. Were you at a beer store?
No,
or
I was
an
at
actual
a
liquor store.
liquor store. Yeah, I was at a real place picking up some champagne. So it was a real store. It wasn't like a Walgreens where I picked up beer because it's a thing you could do.
I went to Florida 2 weeks ago, and they sell beer everywhere. Everywhere. Doesn't matter. We went to a hot dog place, and they just had beer on tap.
That's like
It's
some
so
places
foreign
in
to me.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, there's parts of Pennsylvania that do that. I'm talking all
It
of
was just
Florida.
everywhere.
We walked in the hot dog place, and the lady's like, "You want a beer?" What?
Yes.
Hey, yes.
Well, yeah, but like, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, man.
That's even better. A hot dog and a beer at 9 a.m. Nothing says I'm on
Breakfast
vacation.
of champions.
Have you done the beer hot dog instead of water?
Not like try to speed eat a hot dog.
No. You
What are we talking
you boil the hot dog in beer instead of water.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Is
It's
it?
phenomenal.
So we got to do this.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's fantastic. I don't know why it works. I don't know the science
What
behind
kind of
it.
beer? Just any beer?
Just pick a beer.
Just your favorite beer. Boil it.
I used Miller Lite because it was cheap and I
Yeah,
needed to get
that's
a bunch
fair.
of it to boil. But like realistically, whatever.
So back in my college days, we used to do, I guess they were like challenge miles where they had the beer mile where each lap you drink a beer and then you run your lap. We did milk mile. We did a hot dog mile. There was a donut mile.
I'd be okay with the donut mile. I feel like that's my normal mile.
Yeah.
That checks out. That's just my mile.
They're way harder than people think. There's a world record for the fastest beer mile. These dudes are slamming back beers in like under 12 seconds and then running 65 in the 400.
Jesus.
So is that like Beerio Kart where you can't run
Yeah, you
until you
can't
finish
run
your
until you
beer?
Nope.
Yeah.
There's like there's a walk range where you come up to the lap and then you grab your beer and you can like walk to the start line with it. So you got like 5 meters roughly on a track to kind of drink the beer and then you toss it to the side and keep going.
I think I'd be good with the donut one. I wouldn't, not anywhere else.
I couldn't do that. That'd be way too sweet for me.
Really?
I can't do sweets.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Donuts are different. Like
I
I
love
don't.
a good donut.
Yeah, like sweets. Yeah, hit and miss. Donuts.
Then be hit.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah. How far have you gone into those weird? Because like he said, it was like we did like the Beerio carts and stuff like that, where we've done video game stuff doing that. But as far as like physical goes, I haven't done one yet, though I was invited to the next one, which is golf, and it's doubles, so you play with a friend, and you get you could take up to 20 strokes off your game, 1 stroke per beer. So in theory, if you hit like a 120 and it's ass, you could just take 20 off.
Okay, all right. Drinking challenges in college. Good thing, my coach is retired, so he doesn't have to, really care about this. We would, so my sophomore year, we did this thing where it was how many shots can you take and still PR in that 800? 7. Yeah. 7 before the race. Got on the line at our home track, and I ran my PR in the 800, like dead on it, like down to the millisecond. Then my coach was like, all right, hop in the pool. You got an hour swim. So that was torture. Got out of the pool, tripped, broke my toe. It's the only bone I've ever broken.
You got so far. It's just at the end.
Yeah. Everything went perfect. Broke my toe.
It's great until it wasn't.
Oh, God.
We did the 4x4, which is just drink 4 Locos as fast as you can.
Oh, no.
That wasn't even, there was no athletic part to it.
Oh, no.
It was just a bunch of athletes trying to achieve this goal.
I don't know. That seems pretty athletic. Because if you drink 4 Locos, you're gonna move.
You're moving.
You're moving. The right direction?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Doesn't matter where. You're going somewhere.
There's the chicken wing 5K, which is way harder than you think because it's buffalo sauce.
Yeah.
And then you just got hot breath.
Yeah.
And we did it in the summer.
Yeah,
it was rough.
That doesn't sound like it would be.
Yeah, no, it wasn't fun at all. Time, man, yeah, that's about it.
You should do the. You should invent a Taco Bell, 10K.
That's a race against
time.
Time. Yeah, it's a race against time.
That's a race. That's why it's a 10K. It's a race against time. You are running for a reason.
Talk about and White Castle, which ruining someone's day. Ruining someone's day.
So if you substitute White Castle, there is a place, right near East Brunswick. I think it's called Wild Rose, and it's like White Castle, but like Wendy's size. And the bag is it comes in a white bag. It's so fucking good. But it comes in a white bag. You have 4 minutes to eat that burger, or that white bag becomes a clear bag. It is so greasy. But my friend or ex-friend, whatever, used to live over there, down the block. So we would just get shit-faced and then walk there and just pound back burgers and then stumble back home and be like, that was worth it. I feel more sober. I feel like I could drink more.
You got to coat the stomach. I get it.
Yeah, it's
another good one. Case races. Case races are a blast. A lot of people do them. In college, we like to describe it as we were alcoholics with a running problem. We would run track across country, and it got in the way of the drinking. Yeah. So we did one-man team case races.
one man.
Yeah,
team
yeah.
Like what size cases are we talking here?
30 racks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
I was
So-
just checking.
You can choose any beer. We didn't discriminate if you want a light beer or a heavier beer. But if you finish your 30,
Running Guinness.
everyone is in danger because then you can just start stealing other people's beers. Yeah, we had a lot of. They weren't really games. They were just us being mean to each other.
How do you drink that and not be full?
A funnel. Yeah, that's. There's an easy answer. The act of slowly drinking a beer fills you up,
Oh,
but
is
if you
that what it is?
funnel a couple beers, it's like drinking one beer.
You know,
It's science.
Scientifically,
It's
that
science,
doesn't
man.
seem
no,
like
no.
it would work.
You'd be surprised. The vortex that the funnel creates.
Somehow I understand that. Like that just like that put 2 and 2 together for me.
It's like the boot in.
Oh my god,
In
in
Beer
Beer
Fest?
Fest.
Beer Fest.
Yeah.
I
Das
have
Boot.
2 of those boots, and it turns out I don't know if we've gotten soft as a country, but the boots now are not the size that
They're
I
smaller.
have. They've made them smaller.
Yeah.
So I thought we were at the store or whatever, and someone was like, "Oh, I got a boot," and I was like, "Oh, awesome! Let me see it." It was only like that big, and I was like, "That's not a boot." And they're like, "What do you mean?" It's not a boot. Then I show mine. My boot is this tall. It holds 5 beers, 5 full beers.
Oh my.
It's like to the tip though. You really gotta.
Gotta
It's a really
baby
small.
it at the start.
It's a really small foot, really thick calves. That's the size of the boot. It's like baby foot, huge calves.
The cankle must be awesome.
No, again,
No
foot,
cankle?
cankle, real small. Calves, gigantic.
Interesting design.
Yes, it was very. I laughed really hard.
Like bicyclist size calves.
Yeah, and then I laughed so hard because when I bought them, I left them on my kitchen counter. I bought 2.
Matching set.
It was a matching set.
So
I got
you and
2.
a friend can play.
Right. I come downstairs and my grandma's looking at him. She's like, "Why'd you buy boot vases?" I was like, "Oh God, they're big enough that my grandma thinks they're vases."
Yes, they're definitely boot vases.
I was like,
Yes.
"Yeah, like, yep, grandma, boot vases. That's exactly what those are. Please don't put flowers in them."
God.
It's gonna be a pain in the ass to clean all of that plant food in the inside of the foot when I can't reach my hand in there. Please don't.
Have you ever seen someone actually do a boot? Like take their shoe off,
Oh,
pour
Oh,
a
a
beer
Shoey?
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do that in F1. In
Really?
Formula 1. There's
after a race?
there's a driver, Daniel Ricciardo. He
Tastes
will
good.
do he will do a shoey because that's like an Australian thing. He'll do a shoey if he finishes on the podium. So
That's
they're
awesome.
sitting there, they're spraying their champagne. He pours it into it, takes his shoe off, drinks out of it, pours more, and then has the other people up on the podium drink from his shoe.
Oh God.
And they all do it.
Oh, but those
Drinking from your own shoe, I get it.
no,
I get
No.
it.
no,
I get it.
I know where my foot's been. No, I don't want to drink that. I know how much I sweat in that shoe. I don't want to, especially in fucking race car drivers. How hot do those cars get?
Formula 1 not as bad as NASCAR, but
It's still
actually, you
gotta
know
be.
what? If I'm not mistaken, Shane Van Gisbergen, when he won last year, did a shoey.
In
And he's from
NASCAR?
New Zealand, yeah.
Love it.
Oh my God, how hot do those cars get though?
I'm not drinking from another person's
Oh,
shoe.
they get like
talking,
120
like,
miles.
yeah, hundreds, right?
They get 116 degrees in the summer, 120.
And your foot's on the bottom near the engine.
Drivers have lost upwards of 10 to 15 pounds during a race.
I could use some of that.
Can you? I don't want my mouth remotely near that shoe. Burn that shoe after the race. Don't
No,
put liquids in it.
If it's my shoe, I'm doing it. If it's your shoe, I'm not touching. That's disgusting.
I don't think I'm touching my shoe either. I just
To each their own, man.
like
You're on the podium,
like
you're celebrating.
my foot's clean and all, but like the bottle's cleaner, like by far.
Yeah. Without a doubt, cleaner.
They have the actual Formula 1 YouTube channel
Yeah.
shared a full reaction or a full compilation of all of Daniel Ricciardo's shoeys.
How
That's
many
awesome.
are there?
As soon as the ad finishes, it's about a minute video of him just straight up.
They're pounding him back though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he uses Pumas. Well, I guess.
Well, that's his sponsor.
Nah, he's
Yeah, but
ripping
they're
shoes.
small.
Look at
That's-
him.
Straight up just drinking from his shoe.
She's chugging him. That's
That's an alarming amount too.
yeah. That's not like a little. Oh my god, that's so much. Oh,
I don't like when other
was that
people do it.
Patrick Stewart?
Yeah. Looking.
Just like all the other ones were normal. Like, wait a minute.
Yep, that is Patrick
Yeah,
Stewart
well,
doing a shoey.
One of these things were not like the other. Fucking 2017, Patrick Stewart just is someone else's shoe. The man has lived.
It's just amazing.
I don't know if I want to live that life though. Out of someone else's shoe? Nope.
I guess, like once, right? You gotta do it once.
Oh hell yeah! If
Not
I-
out of someone else's shoe. You
So-
don't.
no,
Though.
one-
you really
one.
don't. You really
Here's
don't.
the thing:
though.
One.
your team
Ever.
just competed. You won, like the race, millions and millions of dollars. You're sitting there, you're celebrating. You're drinking out of a guy's shoe if he asks you to.
Well,
If
how
I
much of a
see
cut do I
another
get?
guy take his shoe off, I'm
You're
taking my shoe off. I'm start pouring in mine. I got one. I got mine.
Cheers.
Cheers. We can cheers.
you know what? That would be a great seller.
Ooh, they could do like the arm link where they're still just drinking from their own
left
shoe.
shoe, right shoe.
Yeah. Like Joe, hit him with one.
Yeah,
of these.
yeah.
There we go.
I can see that. It's like,
It's still just my shoe though. I'm not drinking out of your shoe.
yeah, it depends on how much. Like, if I personally just made upwards of 10 to 15 grand, I'm drinking out of your shoe. That's an exciting thing. If you made like $3 million and I get like a gift card to Outback for like $50,
Yeah, no.
my shoe.
So I'm not drinking out of someone's shoe no matter what the money.
not even
I'm
like
still getting the money.
you got like a
but
$3 million bonus.
I'm not drinking any shoe. But I'm in the same breath, I'm totally the guy trying to feed people beers out of my shoe. Like without a doubt. It's a power thing. It's
Yeah.
drink from my shoe.
Drink it. But then, like,
drink from my shoe. peasant.
what if I like that shoe? It's like, you can't wear that
You'll
again.
get another
You
one.
can't wear that again.
You have a sponsor.
Joe, you
for
just
shoes.
got $3 million.
Yeah.
You can buy a new pair of shoes.
What if those are my favorite shoes?
Well, I guess you're drinking out of
You
them.
can totally wear them again. Just let them dry in the sun. You'll be all right.
The
Little
squid.
sticky.
Oh, the smell.
The smell.
Oh,
Oh, and then the yeast, like on top of just you.
Jesus.
Like, you're asking for problems.
Something's going to be grown in there.
oh.
You can make your beer new beer. Like, that's not. I don't think that's something we're. I think that's something we're into. Oh, you never know.
What if you try it and you're oddly into it? You're like, the beer tastes better.
I don't know what it is, but
Well,
I
there-
kind of like this.
There was a brewery back when I was working at a liquor store years ago. It was called Beard Beer, where the brewer just took like yeast that was somehow in his beard and brewed beer out of it.
That should be a crime.
It didn't sell very well,
Yeah, no.
and I can only imagine why.
I'd be pissed if someone gave me it and was like,
That's
oh, yeah,
like-
this is my beard yeast.
Yeah, this is beard yeast.
That'd be like me calling a beer brand Famunda.
Oh, no.
This is my Famunda IPA. It's a strong double IPA with hints of some cheese.
It's a very dank IPA.
Oh, we get Little John as a sponsor. We'll be fine.
Oh no.
That's you can do a weed beer now, right? CBD beers.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've had CBD seltzer before,
Yes.
and I got it at a convenience store up in Maine.
Yes.
Like,
It was good.
just had one,
once.
just kind of relaxed, chilled. It was nice.
Yeah, Elena took one once. She didn't know. And then we couldn't find her for a while. So we walked into the house, and she was just laying on a chair, like full laying, with just a song on repeat. Just banging her head back and forth. Just eyes closed, just full. And I'm like, you good? And she's like, I'm like, okay, we'll come back in a while. you do you. And yeah, that was a full spectrum CBD seltzer.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I've never tried one.
Not
Just
my
not-
favorite, but
Yeah. And never had an ambition to.
yeah. It doesn't, I don't know. I don't like the CBD thing. It's not my style. It's Elena likes it because she gets to relax and her pains go away for a little while. So that's like, yay. And then she says food tastes really good. So it's like, if we're eating something that's going to be good, she's like, I'm going to take a gummy first. I really want to appreciate this.
I'm gonna enjoy this one.
Yeah, but it's not my thing. It just doesn't do much for me. But I think that's probably a little bit to do with ADHD, because like my energy's already always like I could just change subjects in like a half second, so I don't need CBD to make my brain calm down, because I'll just forget what I was doing anyway. So
That's fair. I did watch you ask Elena earlier today. You were mid question.
oh yeah, I was gone.
And you literally, it was the best thing, because he's like, oh, hey, by the way, what do you think? Should we do,
Yeah, I was gone.
And then just pivoted. And I'm like, well, I think Joe was going to ask, and I had to like translate.
New thought, it was gone.
And I'm like, I think Joe was going to ask, what side should the second camera go on?
Yeah. No, I had to.
And I'm like, right. And Joe's like,
Yeah, that one.
yeah, that one.
That was probably the question.
It was. I just went somewhere else. I was trying to look for something else, and my brain was just like, but where did it go? And then that was just off on its own trail, and I just forgot that one existed.
And it was all about this camera right here, the second camera. That you get a little different shot.
Right.
We'll have more cameras. Don't worry.
A little bit. We'll get there as time goes on. I am looking into a third one,
And then a fourth.
and then a fourth one, and
And
then
then a studio.
I was gonna say after 4 we need a different card, and then I think that's just broadcasting. So
I like how there's a line. 4 cameras, broadcasting.
well, because this
Well, then we're going to need a switcher.
PC only does 4 and it has the switcher built in. After 4, that's just broadcasting. That's just now you have someone just to run cameras. That's
We're gonna need a camera crew.
Because, I
Yeah.
mean, like, I have my buttons, like, over here. You can't really see it on... Oh,
Oh no.
what did you do?
nothing. We're okay. I have my camera switcher thing over here, so I can just, like, hit the button and go to them. Okay,
Yeah.
hit the button, come back, come here. Oh, are we starting soon? Here's our button right there. All right, let's go back to the close-up. I can do
Stuff like that.
stuff like that, but with more cameras, I'll be able to actually physically, okay, these cameras are in here, so I'm going to go this one.
Yeah, hit us on 2 and 3.
It's like, oh, you want a 2-shot? I can do a 2-shot. Boom, 2-shot. Even though we have 2 grand.
I didn't even know you made that one.
That's what we've had a long time ago.
All
That's
right.
just still
I kind of
there.
like it. Double gram.
Double
Look at that.
grab.
Get a nice close-up of that mustache.
Ah, yes.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
I am. I'm very... As someone who cannot grow facial hair, I'm very impressed.
I'm in the opposite group. Elena got a laser thing to like laser remove hair. I was like, yo, hit me with the neck and cheeks. I don't want these anymore. I no longer want my beard to connect to my chest. I don't want this anymore. I didn't ask for this life. I don't want my beard to connect to my eyebrows. No one should need this.
I will say I have one straight up bald spot on my chin. Like right here under my chin will not grow any hair.
I got a little bit
I
of
can
that.
grow around it. So if like back during the whole pandemic, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to shave for a while just to see what happens. Can I actually grow one? No, because it was bad. It was like full on neck beard bad.
Oh.
But then there's the one patch like right here.
A reverse soul patch.
It was a soulless patch. Like complete empty, just skin.
Oh.
Ugh,
I
ugh.
call this the sneaky mustache. I just slowly grow out my facial hair until people become comfortable with the fact that I now have it. And then I'd shave it. Don't tell anyone.
If I shave,
Surprise.
if I shave and waited 3 days, I'd have a beard again. Like it is bad. So during COVID, I shaved completely just to make sure that like my neck was still a thing. You know,
Do I still have a neck?
just making sure. Like, where am I at jawline wise? Like, are we good? Do I need to lose some weight? Where are we at? Let's just do a check-in. No one's here. This is how we do it. So shave it completely. It was less than 2 weeks. It didn't look like I shaved. It's ridiculous.
This took about a month.
This
took quite some time.
This from cheek up is less than a week.
Jesus.
I shaved and lasered last week.
Oh my God.
If I don't shave often, my beard connects to the back of my hair. It's a problem.
I didn't even know that was a
Wolfman
thing.
over here.
Yeah, I didn't know either. So the friggin' haircut place was like, back here cut. And I'm like, what you doing? He's like, separating your beard from your hair. I was like, cool. Great. You gonna do that for my eyebrows too? He's like, you know it. I was like, thanks.
That's why you pay him extra.
Yeah.
See, that's why you need to keep letting at least the beard part grow out more for Boston, so you can hide the microphone.
Yeah, you need
back
to hide
in
the
your
mic
beard.
again. Though I did see some fitness guy when he was working out, he had it on like the brim of his hat.
Oh yeah, a lot of people have done that.
And I was like, oh, that's fucking smart. Why did I hide it in my beard?
let me just wear a hat.
Yeah, well, I could just put a hat on. Oh God, that makes so much sense.
I can't wear hats.
No.
I look absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what it is. I think it's the shape of my head, but hats look funny on me. All hats. There's no hat that fits my head.
I used to.
If my hair gets too long, I look ridiculous with a hat because I start looking like I'm growing like a mushroom out of my head.
That's how I'm
So
at.
like it literally just goes from here to like poof out.
Yeah.
And then when I take my like hat off, it does not do me any favors for the rest of the day because my hair will stay like this all day.
Yeah, I look like a bad sheep if I put a hat on when my hair is long. But when I was little, my forehead did not fuse correctly because apparently that's a thing. So like normal people's heads fuse like when you're a baby, like that, like they, mine didn't. Mine fused like that. So there is a clear bump straight down my forehead. But also, that is hard as a fucking rock. So people used to headbutt me all the time, and they would get hurt. And then that's when I found out I had a superpower.
By all the time,
I used to get into a lot of fights.
and they went for the headbutt?
They tried.
I've never confidently went for that. I got in fights as a kid. I never confidently went in with a headbutt.
I was small, so they figure
Swing
headbutt
down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So except my head was really fucking hard.
They
So,
just
but
knock
however,
yourself out.
you get knocked out, and then I was like, oh wait, my head's heavy, and I can just swing it at people, and I don't get hurt. This is great.
Have you guys ever looked at giraffe fighting videos?
Yes.
They're so good.
They're just wham. Wham.
I'm just picturing Joe just whipping his head.
Pretty much. It's like I have like a little. It's like a little sharp here because like the fuse was. However, when I wore like helmets and shit as a kid, they used to have to put like extra padding because no fucking helmet fit right. So I had to get a bigger helmet and then put extra padding in where there was a clear line where my fucking head was. So like I didn't wear baseball hats for a really long time because you could see like when I took the baseball hat off, you see a clear line on my fucking forehead where like it's fucked up. So I didn't wear helmets or hats and shit for a long time. And now like I can wear them and it's fine, it's normal. But yeah, it's that's a thing that I have. I also found out I have a third tooth like right here.
Oh, nice.
Just I went
Just in case.
so
Backup tooth.
and this is a PSA for everybody. Go to the dentist. Just if you probably don't, go to the dentist, go to the doctor, do your yearly checkups. You just do it. Most insurance companies pay it for free. Some insurance companies actually pay you to go. Just do it. I don't.
The more you know.
But you should.
I don't. And I didn't for a long time. And finally I was like, I should go to the dentist just to make sure. Because my one friend was like, you guys should go to the dentist because I didn't for like 6 years. And now I need, it's like 2 crowns, pulled tooth, 8 cavities. It was bad.
Oh,
So I was like, you know what? Let me just go real quick. Let me figure it out.
I feel like that's me.
So they go and they do the x-ray. And this is not that long. It was like 3 years ago.
Is the tooth still there?
Yeah, it's firmly there. That's why I was confused. Because I look at the x-ray, and I guess normally when they did my x-ray, it was like super close because it's just the teeth and like the gums. This one was like a little bit more zoomed out. And they were like, all right, everything looks normal. And I was like, hey, hang on. Go back to that last photo. And they went back. I'm like, is that a fucking tooth? And they're like, oh yeah, some people just have that. I'm like, what do you mean? I have a third fucking, it's just here, like in my chin. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, what happens if I lose that tooth? Does it go up? Like, am I like a shark right now? Do I have 3 rows?
Backup tooth.
I have 1 backup tooth? Like, you're telling me if I'm 80, I lose all my teeth, I look like a crackhead. 1's gonna come back? Like, what are we talking here?
Making you look more like a crackhead.
Yeah. Except it'd be real clean.
It's like how when you buy like a button-down shirt, you have that extra button. One falls out, you just
just 1 extra button.
pop it back in.
1 clean ass tooth.
I've never used that button on any shirt. I know they exist, but I'm not sewing it a button.
Oh God, no! If I lose a button, I lose a button or I throw the shirt.
Yeah,
because it's usually shorts. Because I bought some Amazon Basics and stuff just because they were so cheap. I was like, how bad could they be?
Blowing buttons out left and right.
The thread they use for the button. I mean, I know it's an
so
Amazon
bad.
Basics, but like, god damn, like put more than like 2 threads through. You know what I'm saying? So I went to go like put them on one day, and the button was just like, and I'm like, well, that's fucking in the ether.
It's gone forever.
Where's that
Not to
backup
mention,
button?
that makes me feel so great about myself.
Yeah, that on top. I was like, I didn't even put them on yet.
They weren't even all the way up.
Yeah. God damn.
The shorts took one look at me and said, hell no.
So yes, I do use those buttons. Elena has a big bin of like, we couldn't find a couple of them. So we went on Amazon. She's like, I bought buttons. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, what, like a little kid of like 20? She's like, I bought buttons. And I was like,
20,000?
500 buttons.
Oh, okay.
5. It was like $10. I was like,
I guess.
I was like, yeah, but I mean, I get it, but I would have paid 5 for like 10. What are we going to do with 500 buttons? She's like, yeah, I don't know.
Sock puppets.
Yeah.
All the time. Just making sock puppets.
New sock puppets. That's what we're going to do on the show. I got 500 buttons. You can see some shit.
We're just going to do it in all sock puppet episode of the podcast.
We'll have this one
that'd be
zoomed in.
We're all sitting under the table
With
just
with the
hands.
microphones.
Just fucking muppeting ourselves. No,
Guys, we got a new hobby.
we do a Muppet episode where one of us is ourselves and the rest just play puppets.
I love it. This isn't a joke.
This is no longer a joke. This is happening. Oh, we're idiots.
Well, just speaking of, if you could Muppetify one movie, what would you do?
300.
And who, who would be the human in all the rest Muppets?
It would absolutely be 300. Yeah. No, 100%.
You keep the main character.
You keep the main character.
Yeah.
Well, like the 300 army, when they do the shield thing, they're all
Sparta, and he kicks
a Muppet.
It's a Muppet. It's just some guy's arm falling.
Yeah, just kicks a Muppet through the hole.
It's like the violent part, like where they like throw a puppet. It's just
the spear through the air, slow mo. It's a yeah. No, I see nothing wrong with this. My brain just had like the greatest idea
nailed
ever.
it.
You do
I
the
think
shield thing.
saving Private-
Spartans!
oh my god.
What are the shields made of? Buttons. Oversized buttons.
We're on to something.
This podcast just becomes us reenacting different movies.
yeah, with sock puppets.
Saving Private Ryan would be a good one.
Ooh.
I was thinking war movies.
Yeah.
And instead
Pearl
of all
Harbor.
the blood, it would just be stuffing.
Yeah, just
Oh my god, Muppet Pearl Harbor.
Sounds like a movie title.
Oh, that'd be. Oh, because I'm thinking of like. See, I'm not thinking of like the normal parts of Pearl Harbor. I'm thinking of like the Japanese, like when they're crashing into the ships, they're just Muppets like. You know what I mean?
Wait, who's the actor that plays the? He's like a janitor or chef or something. He gets on the turn in the movie Pearl Harbor.
Oh.
Do you want that to be the only human?
Yeah. I want him. Just like side character. He's not in the beginning of the movie. He just pops up as a human on a turret.
I'm trying to think of like what else would be. Oh, Remember the Titans would be fantastic Muppified.
Oh.
Titanic?
All right, so I have a rubber duck collection.
that video you showed me is what popped in my head.
I have a rubber duck collection, and I might over COVID I might have made little movie skits with the ducks. maybe not. One of them was Jack on the door as Rose lets him go after saying, "I'll never let you go," then clearly lets him go and sinks to the ocean.
Oh,
Oh my god, that would be incredible.
That would be so good.
We could bring that back. We have the technology.
I'm even picturing like for like ultimate psychological, the Truman Show. Where Truman is the only human and everyone he interacts with is puppets.
Yeah.
Like
That would be good. I'm trying to think now, like what other great
Die Hard.
Would the Avengers be too much?
Oh, that would be fantastic.
That'd be.
Who's
I mean,
the only
it's half green
watch that.
screen
Who's
anyway?
the only real one though? Is it Thanos?
No.
No.
Spider-Man? Oh my god. Imagine a real Spider-Man in the arms of Muppet Iron Man. I don't feel so good, Cap. Fucking the threads. As the snap happens, the threads just disappear.
I like how their voices have to change
Yeah,
too.
no, the voices have to change.
It can't be the same voice.
No, you don't stay down low. You gotta muppify it. You gotta be high. What other? I'm thinking. Hang on. I'm gonna go to my Plex real quick.
Or even like TV shows that you watch as like a weekly kind of thing.
Oh no, I watch a lot of SVU. Now I'm just thinking of SVU and Muppets.
That would be fantastic.
Where did they touch you? Which one's the
And it would
doll?
be SPU, special
it's-
puppet.
The dolls are humans.
The dolls are humans.
Where on this human did they touch you? Oh, hey. Hi, Mr. the Frog. Big fan.
The Frog. Hi, Mr. The Frog. I see nothing that could go wrong with this. Oh, God.
I mean, I'm even thinking about like some TV. Like I just watched the Fallout series, and watching that and picturing everyone else as Muppets would be prime.
Oh yeah. They did an amazing job.
That is my favorite video game franchise aside from Mass Effect, all time. I'm replaying New Vegas right now and all that kind of stuff. But holy crap, that show is the perfect way you can do a video game adaptation of a show.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. They're hitting all the check marks and in like a cheesy but lovable way.
Yeah, it had the humor. Like when they go into the one vault and some of them had like the weird like mutations and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
You know, oh, your name's Miss Goosey. No, sorry, it's Lucy. No, it says right here your name's Goosey. Like that's just pure Fallout comedy.
Yeah.
And then they had like a little bit of like the blood and gore that you'd expect from the games, but it wasn't over the top. It wasn't overdone. It was like, okay, yeah, that's Fallout.
Oh, I love the vat scene where the ghoul begins shooting everybody, and it's like it's not in like the true video game slow-mo, but he's blowing off limbs. It's just I knew exactly what it was, but if you didn't play the game, It just looked like a normal action scene.
Yeah.
So
And even
I haven't watched it yet, but I've been listening and reading, and apparently they just decided, like, fuck New Vegas.
no,
Like, canonically, they
that is
blew it up.
actually not true. So Todd Howard actually went on record and said, no, everything that happened in the game still happened in the game.
Mhm.
Because this whole hubbub was about a scene where the main character, Lucy, is in a vault and she's looking at a timeline of events that have happened since the bombs dropped.
Mhm.
And it was like, oh, in this year, there was this conflict in this town. And then it had an arrow to a nuclear explosion. It doesn't say when the nukes actually fell. So
yeah.
it doesn't like explicitly state what happened in New Vegas didn't happen. Because New Vegas actually takes place and ends just as the TV show starts. So it's very kind of
I see there.
boop.
there
And
was
depending on what characters are going to be there for season 2 will determine what ending of Fallout New Vegas is canon. Because there's like 5 different endings, depending on who you side with and all that other stuff.
So I see the video games are way up in users and stuff. Apparently now's a good time to try 76.
Yep. There's an Atlantic City expansion now.
Yeah, we were
You can
gonna.
go to Atlantic City now.
Which is just
we
fantastic.
were gonna do that, and then we didn't because there was really no one playing. But maybe we should look into doing
I
that.
think we need to, because I have not played 76 yet.
Me either.
I haven't played it either.
And then, what was the other one? Fallout 4
Yeah.
is getting a patch.
Yep, they
the
just got
first
their
time-
like update patch.
It's coming in like a week or two
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. Which is apparently there's a huge mod that was supposed to be coming out with
Yes.
like Britain,
Fallout London.
Fallout London, and the team was like, "Fuck," because they announced it like this. It was like 2 days after this mod's coming out, and they know it's gonna break everything. So they were like, "Well, guess we're just waiting for the patch to come out, and then we gotta fix everything again," because the game hasn't been patched in.
It had been a while since it was patched. But like, and my thing with the show, I loved it because there are some video game adaptations that are garbage. Halo, which was such a disappointment.
Hot garbage.
Yeah.
The Last of Us, which was very good, but I feel like Fallout is now like the standard of how video game adaptation like shows should be.
I'm trying to think of who the
Because it
last one
fit
was.
In what do you mean?
There was another video game thing that came out that was like very
Well,
outside
I know
of Sonic.
Netflix has the Cyberpunk series.
No, that wasn't it.
And they also have Arcane, which is League.
Part of League
Yeah.
of Legends.
Like,
Which
and
I heard
that
was good, but
I heard
liked
those
it.
two
I
were
enjoyed
good.
it.
I never played League or Cyberpunk, so I don't.
Didn't play Cyberpunk. Spent way too many hours on League.
Never played League, but watched Arcane. It was really good.
I might have to watch that. I
But
might
I
have
don't-
to start.
I don't get behind TV stuff. I don't get a lot of time to like sit down and just watch TV. So the only things that I usually weekly watch are just a couple wrestling shows. And that's it. I don't.
There goes all my time.
It's like I watch 2-ish wrestling shows a week, sometimes only one, and then that's it. I don't sit down for TV.
That's me with any new Star Wars show. Literally any of it. If it's on, even if it's bad, I will still watch the shit out of it.
Like I just
That's my red flag.
that's it. That's the one. Yeah, I just as much as I want to get behind like TV shows and stuff, like I'll put it on the Plex and I'll get everything ready, and then I just don't watch it.
Yeah, I tried to sit down through Halo, and I got through like 4 or 5 episodes, and I'm just like, guys, you have so much of a universe you could look at. So many different characters you could look at. You have games, you have books. The books are amazing. Do that.
Do that.
Or just go into the universe and ignore like the characters, have your own thing in the universe.
Right.
And then have like maybe the character come in or have this be loosely associated with what happens in a book, in a game, in something like that.
Yeah, like reconvene.
Yeah.
Joe, I think I
But
think I
not
thought
Master
of the show
Cheeks.
that you were. Master Cheeks?
Yeah, they call him Master. You see his ass way too much.
I love it.
So they call him Master Cheeks.
I never
They're-
made it that far to
They're
see his
just
ass.
straight up gratuitous ass shots of Master Chief. So they just call him Master Cheeks now.
Master Cheeks.
The show that I think you were thinking of is the man, I could see the game. You drive a car and you blow up other cars, and there's the clown.
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal,
Yeah,
yes.
yep.
Twisted Metal show is actually very good.
Yeah, I heard it was really good.
Yeah, it's on Peacock. Fantastic, really good show.
I'm gonna need some of that Plex info because I want to see it and will not pay for Peacock.
That's fair. I steal it from my roommates. They have Peacock, now I have Peacock.
Yarr. We all peacock here.
Listen, that's my cock now.
You peacock, I peacock, we peacock.
Oh God. Oh, I was going through the list of movies that I have on my Plex to Muppify. A Bronx Tale would be fantastic. Zorro would be fantastic. Just Muppet Zorro. It would just be solid. Let's see. Is there any like terrible movies?
I want to see like Exorcist.
Transformers.
Muppet Transformers.
No, all the humans. All the humans are Muppets, but the Transformers are still
Still
Transformers.
robots.
That could be good. That could be a fun one.
I want to see a horror movie.
Avatar. Avatar, but like all of the avatars are the Muppets, so the humans are still humans. When they put the thing on, they become Muppets. Same for the Matrix.
Yep. Yeah.
This is weird. There's a man's hand up my ass now. I don't get it.
Oh, the reverse for the Matrix though. When they go in the machine, they become humans.
Yeah.
Come out, they're Muppets.
That'd be great. I don't do a lot of horror movies here, so I'm not gonna have a lot of that here. What would be?
No,
Not horror, but like that one where the guy was trapped in a fucking 76 hours or 72 hours or something.
Oh, where he had to. Like,
Oh
He had to
my
saw his arm
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
That, but you're the Muppet.
the threads are just
Yeah,
coming out.
God, the threads are just falling out. Like the cotton's all just.
Oh my god.
That'd be amazing.
That could be cinematic.
Chat, I
I feel
have
like
to
you
know
could-
what movie you would want to see Muppified.
I feel like you can do way more gore
You could
if it's
yeah.
Muffified.
Oh,
you know?
absolutely.
Yeah, because you just throw
Because it's
stuffing.
almost like a
Stuffing and
yeah,
cotton.
it's almost like a comedy at that point.
Yeah.
Like how much stuffing can we toss out of this thing?
Right.
Now I'm
Oh,
picturing
like-
that scene in The Shining where all the blood comes like draining
Yeah.
down the hallway, but it's just some guy with a leaf blower and a whole bunch of like cotton balls.
Spray- Like crudely spray painted red too. Like it's not even good.
And you still hear the whoa of the
Any
blower.
any Top Gun. Oh. Because when he's in like the planes and stuff, it's very clearly just like a stick.
All the Fast Furious movies,
my
all of
God.
them, every
Yeah,
single one.
Every single
Even the
one.
cars are Muppets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Also, Cars.
Yeah. I can see Cars.
I don't know how they would do it.
But then which one would be like the real car?
That's
It's just the truck.
What if
Just Mater.
Just
hang
later.
on, hang on. Following that universe, Toy Story?
Ooh,
Ooh.
there we go.
Yeah.
They're already toys, you know.
Yeah. Well, no, it's the humans.
The Muppets now play with toys.
The Muppets are the toys are toys. It's the humans that are the Muppets. Who's who?
Aren't they making another Toy Story?
I
Did I
don't
see that?
know. I
Are
thought
they?
they ended it. Like I thought it was like a
Well, they opened the door when they.
Oh,
gave,
there you go. The Kingsman.
Oh,
The gratuitous
Ooh.
blood, fantastic movie. Fight scenes with Muppets that are one-shot takes. Ugh.
amazing.
Mwah.
I showed the clip of the trench warfare from the Kingsman in my class.
Scroll back up. I saw Hamilton.
Muppets.
Someone on YouTube did a very crude at-home Muppets version of that.
Really?
Where they just did impressions of different Muppets characters. One of them, one of the Schuyler sisters was a chicken. Like,
Okay. Here's another one. Everything bad that comes out of Jumanji.
The monkeys are just Muppets.
Everything. The rhinos, the monkeys, the hunter. Everything is a Muppet.
as long as the hunter is played by the Swedish chef.
The vines are just all Muppified.
Yeah, the vines are just threads.
Yeah.
That could be a fun
We're
time.
onto something.
Yeah, I think we got something here.
Batman.
Batman would be.
He's the only one that's a human. All the bad guys are Muppets.
It's gotta be the Schneider Batmans though, like the really dark ones,
Like dark and gritty.
Yeah, dark and gritty, but they're Muppets.
I like Men in Black. That would be a good one.
Yeah, but are the aliens Muppets or are the humans Muppets?
Yes.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
The only human would be Frank the Pug.
Oh my god, Pirates of the Caribbean. They're the Muppets, but they're on the ship. The moon hits. It's just the thread.
No, when the moon hits, you just see the guy's hand. I mean, they were close with Muppets and Treasure Island.
True. That was a good movie.
Harry Potter, but all the wizards are Muppets.
Yes. Yeah.
Humans are still humans. Muggles, you're a human.
Ready Player One. As soon as you put the goggles on, you're a Muppet.
That would
good
be
one.
good.
It's a good one.
That was such a disappointing movie,
John Wick.
It was.
especially compared to the book.
It was
like-
just a lot of call outs and that was about it.
If the movie was a standalone movie, I think it'd be pretty good.
Well, apparently they're
Based
making
off the book
they're making Ready Player 2.
as a movie.
Yes. They've confirmed it.
Interesting.
Hopefully it's
and
better.
then and
The
then
book was good.
who was it? There is a video game company that is trying to make Ready Player One like an actual world,
Oh God.
because VR is like
Yeah.
getting to the point now where you can kinda.
That's still a stretch.
It is, yes, but
Yeah.
you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're like, what they're planning on, or how long it's gonna be to like do that, but.
We're all gonna turn into like the people from Wall-E.
Oh, absolutely. We're already there.
Yeah.
There are. What are they? They make basically the chairs that do that now.
Yeah.
So we're getting there.
Yay, America.
However, though, in the other direction, they just released a thing you could wear that like folds up really small, where you put it on your legs, and I think it goes on your feet. So it's like under your shoe, kneecaps, up to like your back, and it lets you hold up to like 50 or 60 kilograms and give you better range of motion and increase your running speed, because it uses like less of your physical power because you're getting like assisted via electronics.
How does it increase your range of motion?
I think they were referring to people who had like disabilities and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like people who might walk with a limp and stuff like that. You put this on and it will like finish the step that you couldn't. I think it was referring to that.
Interesting.
But as far as like normal people, they had like a guy like climbing up a hill or something, which was normally the issue with these things, is like great for a straight line. Don't go up an incline or like uneven ground. You're going to have a bad time.
Start looking like Quap.
Well, just one goes up and then you just fall back. But now I just read about it yesterday. I was like, that's gonna be either awesome or terrible. I guess we'll figure it out. Same with those backpacks that like they put like not springs but like I think it's hydraulics in the backpack for like hiking and climbing. So when you're running, the backpack kind of stays still.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
So that you're not like,
it's not jostling.
yeah, it's not slamming on the lower part of your spine. But apparently there's kind of like there's like a perfect speed and then a perfect like method to run, and then a perfect, like you have to like align, kind of like when you swirl water, you have to get like that perfect swirl, otherwise it kind of gets fucked up. It's the same thing for the backpack. So the guy was running, and he's like, if I don't run fast enough, it hurts. And if I run too fast, it hurts. And if I go over a hill or a rock while I'm running, it hurts. So he's like, I was like, okay, so I get it. It's a niche product at the moment, but like maybe with time it'll get better.
Hopefully.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Be able to carry like a backpack while running.
I think it's more for like people who hike.
Yeah.
Like if I'm going up a big hill and something and I want like my rations and like my tent and like I know I'm going to be up there for like a day or two and I'm carrying all this shit.
Oh, then absolutely.
If I can get,
I'd take that help.
Yeah, if I can get a thing on my back that kind of like lifts 30 to 40 pounds instead of me lifting 100 and I got 70.
Or if you're doing media coverage at PAX East or PAX Unplugged.
Yeah, that hurt.
Or filming a NASCAR race.
That one wasn't that bad, but that's because I only had the camera. I utilized my cargo pants on that one. That was... I'm sad we're not going this year.
I know.
But
well, you're not going.
Well, yeah, I'm not going
I'll
this year.
still be going.
But it's because we have Ion again, which
So excited.
we just put in the order of our stuff for.
Oh.
We are getting so much shit. The tracksuit's coming.
Yes.
The t-shirt, beanies. I got socks. I have... My name is gonna be on the socks.
I got socks.
I got socks. I got the beanie. I got the bandanas. They gave us a free pod bag.
Love that.
And I was like, I wonder what the pod bag is. Like, it looked like those little ones that hold like 2 t-shirts and like maybe a pair of shoes. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like a nice little free pod bag. And then I'm reading the description. It was like, it holds up to 50 pods. And I was like,
that doesn't help.
like a pod is this big. It holds about 200 paintballs. 50 of these. This is a big fucking bag.
Really big bag.
It's like a full-on armada.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm confused, but I'm interested. And then I got a banner, and I got the normal size banner. And I was talking to Dish, and I was like, Dish, I got the normal banner. He goes, what's the normal banner? And I was like, it's like 5x3. It's like a normal flag.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, was there a bigger one? I was like, yeah, there's the XXL banner. And he goes, why didn't you get that one? I was like, it's 9 fucking feet long. And more importantly, 4 feet wide. Where even would I put that? He goes, well,
I'd wear it into battle.
he goes, our tents are 10 feet long.
Let's go.
That's kind of point.
I was like, maybe next year. That seems like, where would I hold that the rest of the year? This is a 10-foot long banner.
I love it.
But we'll see how it goes when everything else comes in. But the jerseys, the pants, we have so much stuff coming. So when it does show up, I get the mock-ups, I believe, on Friday. They said 1 to 2 days for the mock-ups. I already have the jersey, so I know what that's about. But everything else is being mocked up. Some people got fleeces, like
that's
some
cool.
people got fleeces. Everyone who got the tracksuits got hoodies. So it's zip-up hoodies with our names and everything on the back.
I should have gotten like a shirt or something.
Once they have our design, going forward, we could always is a minimum order of 1. So we could always order.
Okay.
Yeah, we could always order more in the future because they have our design. They'll have everything. We just need to print more of them. But because we did such a bulk order, they did give us a discount, which was nice.
Yeah.
Shouts out to them.
Know.
They're out in Greece. So talking to them has been fucking fun because I have to, at night, like I sent it in the morning because that's when I see it. And then I have like a 1 hour window while they reply before it's 5 o'clock. And then they're just gone for the rest of the day. And then I have to look at night from like 8 to like midnight. And I might catch them again, maybe if they're up early. So it's like basically you get 1 email a day of like correspondence. So they'll be like, hey, what about this one person? I'm like, oh, God damn it, that's another day. Just for one thing is another day of waiting.
Son of a bitch.
But then, it's also like the mail's coming. Like, like there's something in the mail because every time I wake up and I'm like, are the mock-ups here? Like,
It's here. It's here.
So, Joe, what outfit are you thinking for Ion?
Obviously,
we're going to have the jerseys, but like...
I don't know, because last year I did the Raptor, and then the year before... The fuck did I do the year before? or I guess 2 years ago I did the Raptor, and then 3 years ago I did the Ninja Turtle. I had a full Michelangelo outfit because I have a
That's
Michelangelo.
Headband.
No, I have a mask.
Oh, a mask.
Yeah, I have a limited edition Michelangelo mask. So I bought the rest of the outfit and I went out there as a Ninja Turtle, which was great for the beginning because the shell thing in the back was like padded. So when I was up on the hill, like fucking waving the flag and very clearly about to get shot at by thousands of people, I just turned around and let the shell just take all of the damage.
That was my favorite part. Being on that hill as it started, that was phenomenal.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever gotten as much adrenaline as you get for the whistle of Ion. There is something about a whistle blowing and then several thousand paintball markers going off. And then you hear the bangs because smoke grenades are going off. And they literally explode now.
Yeah.
It's not like the olden day where there was
just
a marble in a balloon that just spins around in a circle. They literally put like explosives in the paintball grenades now.
Yes.
Like little...
They can handle this.
So they throw it and then they pop and they go everywhere.
All I need is something a la Braveheart where you're standing there with the flag, you start running, and they're like, oh, this guy. And then everyone else comes over the crest.
Well, that's usually what we do. Because I stand up on the hill. So it's me, Dish, and last time he was up on the hill with us. Dish has his big banana with his whatchamacallit on. His not skirt, the kilt. And then under his kilt he has a squirrel. Like, So
God damn it, I love it.
So every year we stay up in the front and then we're up on the hill and then we get like everyone who's in the forest, like, pumped up, make sure to get your asses up here, come to the front of the line, make sure we're good, got to pump up everybody. Meanwhile, you hear the Americans in the boats, which are like dumpsters that they have big gates on until they drop them. I think there's 3 or 4 that they funnel out of. And there's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people funneled, ready to just go through a meat grinder.
That's so cool.
Which is terrible for them because I have a pretty good arm and I usually take a couple hand grenades, like grenades with me. So I could usually get them pretty far out there. And because I'm up on a hill, you get a little bit further. And, I play Worms Armageddon. I know the arcs.
Now I'm just picturing you just being like,
That's usually what I do. I put my arm up like I'm aiming and then I just send it. So like that usually happens. And then there's a cacophony of sounds and then yelling and then yelling and then yelling. And that goes by for like another 40, 45 minutes until people start funneling in and out because you're running out of paint. And then you hear a bang and a siren, and that's when you know shit gets real because that's when the first tanks show up.
yes.
And the tanks always show up on the Allied side first, which is not good.
Not good for us.
That's what I want to do. Maybe not next year, but the year after. I want to go with a tank.
So what does it take to build?
Yeah, what is a tank?
So a tank is really depends on how much you want to go into it, but it's a car or a truck or a golf cart that has plywood on it that people fit in, and then you could shoot out of the tank. Usually there's like anywhere between 3 and 10 people in the tank shooting out, and some of the tanks have miniguns on top. So like you think you could shoot fast, it shoots faster. And then the only way to blow up the tank is with those little Nerf footballs, like the little tiny ones. You have to be approved to get a missile launcher, and then you go and you shoot the tank. I think they have to take 5 hits, and then they have to back out of the forest. So some people have like one-wheel drive friggin' cars that they bring through, and sometimes they get stuck. Other people go like full in.
We do this. Minivan, we cut a hole in the roof.
So that's what I'm saying.
Oh, we're doing this.
So
we can get a Dodge Caravan for cheap on Facebook Marketplace.
That brings up another thing that I sent Bob today, which we 1,000% need to do, by the way. But there has been for at least 2 or 3 years now. Right by my house, there is a car wash, and there has been an ambulance for sale for years.
We can get it running.
There probably is. It's just no one buys it because who the fuck is going to buy an ambulance? So then my
Graham's
thought,
like, "Meh."
thought was a lot of people could fit in the back of an ambulance.
Yeah.
And it comes with its own siren.
You just call it the Wambulance.
That's just, no, it's the Banambulance.
Just a giant spray painted banana.
And then we just drive in with an ambulance that has like,
We got the inside.
you're gonna need us after you see us.
We got the inside. Make it like a little camper. Everyone just hangs out in there.
Yeah, and then just click, like the alarm goes off and all the side panels just flap down. It'd be sick.
How much do you think they want for it?
I don't know.
I
Probably
love that
too
idea.
much since it's been there for years.
Yeah, like no one's practically buying an ambulance.
That's
you
what I'm
know?
saying.
It's not something you do.
I was gonna say either that or you go and you buy a Legends race car and turn that into your tank.
I see. The thing with that is it would never be. It's in the forest. The thing will never get in or out.
I don't know if the ambulance would do too well on the terrain
Damn,
either.
fine.
Fine.
They have.
Yeah, they're usually
there's-
built on like a F-150 or 350.
Yeah, I think
like,
that one was a
body.
350. It
Oh,
was fine.
yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you be
Yeah,
golden.
plenty
It
of
would-
power.
It would fit just fine. But speaking of minivans, I saw this today,
It's
and I
good.
don't know
It's
what
at-
sport this is. So that is
Gangster.
what looks like a NASCAR track, except they have steel ramps.
That is at Cletus McFarland's track.
I'm sorry.
He's like
Cletus?
he's a big like automotive YouTuber.
His name is Cletus McFarland.
Yeah,
That
he bought the racetrack because it was getting like torn down. He bought it, revitalized it, and they do weekly racing and that kind of stuff. They also do
Oh,
his
yeah.
Freedom 500 race.
Get off the brakes. Stay on the gas.
I think he's missing a tire.
Yeah. Stay on the gas.
So,
So-
these minivans are gutted.
Show
All
him
of-
the other video you sent as well with the guy literally losing a tire while racing.
Was that the same place?
No, that's a dirt track.
So
Oh, yeah,
this guy
that's
loses a
gone.
tire,
Send it.
then finishes the race
Oh, yeah.
and almost takes first.
Look at him go, too.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Wheeling and dealing.
Race car drivers are terrifying.
Oh, they're insane.
You angle the car right, you don't need that tire.
Well,
Tires-
yeah, that's what he did the whole
less
time.
less weight, more horsepower.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, he just lost 30 pounds.
And think about it, dirt racing, you're sideways anyway.
Yeah.
And when you're sideways, it always picks up the left front.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need a left front tire to race.
Which leads me to how did he lose that one?
It looked like there was already a little bit of damage.
Yeah, he probably hit a bump and blew it out.
That was
to the
that.
They
side.
don't have spotters. They
Oh.
literally have a redneck with a stick.
I love it. I love it.
That they literally have a redneck with a stick standing either inside the track or outside the track, going like this. You're close to the guy. You're not close to the guy. That's it. There's no radio.
Love it.
No
There are
radio.
no mirrors.
Oh God,
It's just a guy with a stick
that's fantastic.
saying, "You're close. You're not close."
Honestly, that sounds like my kind of race. That's
Which-
what
Yeah.
I need.
This summer, we need to go to New Egypt for a
Yes,
race.
Yes, it's pretty close, and they do have a bunch of them. And then
I have so many
one
comp
of the
tickets there.
guys at work told me today as he drove past me and opened up his window and yelled and then kept going, "Look at rush cars. You'll like them." As he sped away. I was like,
Did you do it?
"What is it?" He stopped and he reversed. And he went, "They're single seat drivers, like single seat race cars, real cheap. You'll love it." And then pulled off again. And I was like,
Oh God! Why are you spending my money for?
yeah. I was like, "You're the
Another
one that
hobby.
told me about the Legends car. Is it cheaper?" So Legends cars could be had for like 10 grand.
Oh,
They
yeah.
come in a box,
Mm-hmm.
like ready to go. And as soon as you buy one, You don't need a license.
Yeah, good to go. Send it.
You are now eligible for every Legends race because you bought the Legends car out of the box. And I think 14-year-olds could drive them, which is why you don't need a license. It's just,
Love it.
and then for you, they make I think they're like, I forget what they call them, but they're like extended Legends. And it's basically like a 4-cab version of the same exact car. It's just for people who like are tall and like can't fit into a Legends car.
This is what the Legend car looks like, by the way.
That's a Legend.
Oh yeah, I've seen those things.
They're little tiny, and they're all fiberglass.
Yeah.
So they're super cheap for race cars anyway.
Yeah, the tires
Also,
are cheap.
hella dangerous.
Oh yeah. So my friends this
fine.
weekend are doing a derby at my buddy's farm. They're just buying a bunch of junkier cars. They're taking out all the headlights. You got to bust out all the windows. You got to mainline the fuel, so it doesn't cut off. And what else? The only window you can have is the windshield.
Take out the airbags. You know,
Take out the airbags.
Every safety thing that was put in the car, please remove it.
And they're just wheeling and dealing out there.
Have they ever tried to do the 24 hours of lemons?
Oh, I've heard. They haven't.
That is a dream of mine to participate in the 24 hours of lemons at New Jersey Motorsports.
So
Park.
Let's do it.
I looked into it. It's super expensive because you need to buy a piece of shit car. I think it's under 2,000.
Yeah.
With everything, like modifications included, 2,000. Which at this point in time, like what?
You got to do all of it yourself. And,
No, what are you gonna?
just
What can you buy for $2,000 at this point?
Oh no, there's some junk. I was planning on participating, and I was looking at cars. Actually, let me see.
Well, here's the thing: for a derby, you only need it run to like an hour.
No, 8-hour event. Come on, stop it.
Well,
We're
even
gonna
still.
wreck these things.
Endurance racing for $500 cars.
It's 500. They made it cheaper. But the thing was that I recall is that you have to put all the safety stuff in it. You have to put a roll cage in it.
Oh no.
You have to put all that kind of stuff. So it goes from a $500 car to like a $4,000 investment because you have to put all the safety stuff in it.
This guy in Jackson has a 2004 Hyundai Santa Fe XL Sport Utility 4-wheel drive for $1,000.
That's too much.
Well, no. I asked him if it was negotiable. Look at it now. He's not even in Jackson. He said, yeah, he's negotiable. So you show up, you tell him, hey, I'll give you $500. He says no, and then you go, all right, you're not going to sell this car today. And he wants to sell the car. It's listed for $1,000. He'll take it.
He'll take it.
He'll take it all day.
So I'm reading the rules for 24 hours of lemons.
Mm-hmm.
So the price and one-time entry fees, $17.55 per team, which includes one car, up to 4 drivers, additional drivers, $245 each. Blah 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 blah
17.
blah. $1,755.
Okay, I was like $18.
So the winners and prizes, and this is directly from the rules. Classes are assigned, aka pulled from our butts, during tech inspection based on the judge's best guesses.
Love it.
Post-assignment whining gets you kicked into the next faster class.
Perfect.
Winners may be paid nickels, dollars, rubles, or some other painfully inconvenient currency.
Even better.
Class A for cars with a prayer of winning soaks up $400 to win. Class B for cars with a prayer of finishing walks off with $500. Class C, cars with no prayer of winning drag away $600. Index of effluency, as determined by a super secret equation including vehicle age, general hooptiness, reliability, country of origin, unlikelihood of success, and the organizer's whim, receives $601, plus entry fee in the team's next race. Halloween meets gasoline prize, best car theme, team theme, car build, costume, gets the trophy plus $1,000.
Okay.
And the first full EV to win a 24 hours of Le Mans receives $50,000 in nickels.
The first full EV. So you have to get an EV for $500 and then have it run for 24 hours straight.
We can figure it out.
And it has to be a full EV. So I'm assuming you can't put a generator in the back.
That would be amazing to get around the rules.
Why couldn't you?
But then it's not 100% EV. At that
It
point, that's a
was.
hybrid.
So with that, the cars must be acquired and prepared for a maximum of $500, excluding safety gear. The safety
okay.
gear doesn't count towards the 500.
Right. So a Honda generator is like $299. We could probably get one used for like $199.
You got to keep that thing going.
You gotta keep it going.
Yeah.
Someone's job out of that 4-man crew is to look at the gas.
By the way,
Just
Peterbilt's,
keep it loaded.
Zambonis, sidecars, or golf carts are already not allowed.
Hilarious.
And they say,
wait. There had to be a story for the Zamboni.
the vehicles,
Someone showed up, was like, I'm ready to go.
Someone showed up with a Zamboni.
the vehicle's original manufacturer stated curb weight may not exceed 4,200 pounds. Individual vehicle waivers may be granted. Just don't ask about Peterbilt's, Zambonis, sidecars, or golf carts again. We already said no.
Amazing.
Full tilt like a Peterbilt.
What's the cheapest EV you can get right now?
No passengers are allowed.
Lame. Ride-alongs are my favorite part of any racing.
Have you ever done like a stock car racing experience ride?
No, I haven't. I've taken rides in drift cars and drag strips and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I got to
Sweet.
do a pace car ride at Pocono once with a NASCAR driver driving the car, which was super cool.
That's awesome.
And I got to do a ride along in a actual stock car at Daytona. That was the coolest experience of my life. Did about 160 ish,
All right. Rock
like
out.
right up against the wall. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, this is the coolest fucking thing I've ever done.
I'm inches away from death.
This is amazing.
It's something I want to do.
Yeah, I'd immediately try.
When I want to race too.
I may be able to get something set up for us to do the stock car racing experience. They do have one at Pocono.
Don't mind me. I'm just
Shopping.
I'm just looking.
Just like, what can I buy for the 24 hours of lemons?
No, okay. So at this point, I'm looking at Nissan Leafs because I think they're the oldest EVs at this point. At
or
least
Chevy Bolt.
No, in America, I think Leafs have been here older
Huh.
because I think they started a while ago. So let's see what we got. 7,000, 6,000.
So looking at the things that are counted as safety equipment,
Yeah.
wheels, tires, wheel bearings, ball joints, brake components, exhaust systems downstream of the header and exhaust manifold. Turbos are not exempt. So if you want a turbo, that counts towards the 500. Windshield and windshield wipers, driver comfort and information like steering wheel, shifter, gauges, pedals, etc. Fuel hoses, fuel fittings, fuel fillers, and all fuel pump components.
So that doesn't count.
Correct.
Okay.
Same with registration, insurance, yada, yada, yada.
2012 Nissan Leaf, 3,500, 3,200. Yeah, I think I'm onto something here.
Let's go a little older. We don't need a 2012.
I think 2012 was the first year they made
Oh,
that.
damn it.
I'm seeing 2012 as old as it can go. It don't need to be fast. It just needs to work.
Just needs to last.
That's it. It just needs like 4,000. Was 3,500 the cheapest? Yeah, 3,200. Nissan Leaf. How much range does this fucking thing get? How many miles do you have to drive in the Lemon?
It's a 24-hour race.
Yeah, well, yeah, but if I'm doing 30, you know what I mean?
I mean,
It's not about the miles, Pop. It's about time and how fast I can go. Are we trying to win or are we just trying to get through it?
do you want 50 grand worth of nickels?
Yes. That's
a
not
lot
my
of nickels.
problem. That's the closest bank I could get to's problem.
Hi, yes, I need this in cash, please.
Hi, I need this converted. What's this? You're going to have to meet me outside.
You're gonna. You see that semi-trailer in the parking lot?
So there's a dump truck out back. In that dump truck are nickels.
A whole lot of nickels.
nickels. I think it gets.
That is $1 million nickels.
Is it?
to get you 50,000, right?
A million nickels.
50,000 divided by 0.05, right?
Yeah.
That's a million. That is 1 million nickels.
I don't even know if you could collectively get a million. Okay, so this...
You're going to show up on some kind of like FBI watch list if you try to cash in a million nickels.
I think if you try to collect a million nickels, you're going to end up on a list. So this car has, at a full tank of gas, 52 miles.
Oh my God.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, a full tank of battery, I guess. We could do this. All we need to do is talk him down to less.
Or we go in, we buy the ambulance, turn it into a tank, and then
Enter it in.
enter it in 24 hours. It didn't say you can't drive an ambulance on the track.
As long as we don't turn the lights on.
And we keep the paintballs.
Yeah.
We just light up
Yeah, just keep
everybody.
it. So
It's like I'm playing
Is
NASCAR 98 with paintball mode.
Yeah.
There was a cheat to play a NASCAR game and just shoot paintballs at your opponents.
is it a track or is it like a
Oh, it's New Jersey Motorsports Park, like the actual
it's like
race
the real track?
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was like someone's yard.
No, it's at NJMP. Let me see what their schedule is this year.
I feel like if they allow generators,
They have one at Sebring.
we're on to something.
Yeah, we could definitely figure it out.
For 50 grand,
Keep
I'll make calls.
Yeah. Keeping the generator running is going to be pretty difficult. 24
fine.
hours?
It'd be
We're going to
fine.
need to.
It'd be fine.
Could you imagine hot swap? Like our pit stop would just be swapping out generators.
No, I would just have. I would put. It said fuel pumps aren't part of the 500, so I would just build a fuel pump and then use like the 5-gallon gas tanks to just keep pumping gas into the generator.
There's just a gas tank next to the driver's seat that you just loading up.
The trunk is just like gallons of gas and a generator, and then someone in the back just constantly opening up the seat to make sure it's still running.
That's like the cannonball runs. You guys heard of
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I want to do a cannonball run so bad.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
And that's a huge investment. You got to spend a lot of money.
Not if you have
Especially if you
want
to. No, if you want to get on like the leaderboard.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
It's money. And like the record's untouchable because they did it over
'Cause it was
COVID.
done
I was gonna
COVID,
say
yeah.
that, yeah, they did the COVID. They were the average speed. I think it was like 104 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
You're never going to do that again.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
They won.
They won.
Yeah.
Which is got to be hilarious. Like, yeah, I won the cannonball run.
Yeah,
You'll never.
you won.
Yeah, you'll never be able to catch that.
No.
So
Unless
Have
another COVID happens. But
Yeah. Or unless you stage it. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to do this.
yeah, we need
I
8
need
cars in
everything shut
front.
down.
Yeah.
No, not even. I shut down. Do not stop me. Close the roads down. I'm coming through.
yeah,
Or when those flying cars come about, you just got to go high enough to be above traffic, but follow the road. This is a car.
Yeah.
I'm following the road.
Seems like a pretty big loophole.
Yeah.
A little cheese.
Eh,
A little
that's
cheese.
fair.
A lot of
It's-
cheese.
Okay, so is going when everything was shut down. All right, it's a little cheese.
That's opportunity.
Is it?
That's opportunity. Yeah.
there's a difference.
There's a sweet spot there. I'm going to give him credit.
God,
I don't know. I think we just, it's like, congratulations, you won. We just restart it. Like, we just put you off to the side, give him a fucking medal, whatever.
Yeah.
And then just
congratulations.
start it
Anyway,
again.
new topic now. Our new season.
Yeah. Like, we just call it. That's it. You won. Congratulations.
We're going to set up a new course for the cannonball run. Now
Just
you have
move
to do it this way.
Yeah,
Move the road.
Move the road.
Slightly down.
Now we're doing Key West to Seattle. Fuck you.
Sorry, we actually changed just 2 roads, so you got to do it all over again. Oh, how big was the change? About 600 feet. Your time's invalidated. Sorry.
I wish you could help. I really do.
Yeah.
You gonna let Barry Bonds asterisk?
I was gonna say I don't make the rules, but I do, and I'm sorry I can't help you.
But I feel like it's a pretty good jumping off point for us.
Yeah.
Been almost 2 hours now at this point.
Ah, crap.
It's been 2 hours.
Hour 49.
Surprise.
Thanks y'all for hanging out with us again tonight here on Tabletop Trio Podcast. As always, you can check us out on our website, tabletoptrio.com. It's going to be right down there on your screen. All the different social medias there as well. We'll be back next week. No Cast Iron Kyle until after the Boston Hot Sauce Party. Or Boston Sauce Party. I'll get it right eventually. That's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. Can't wait. Tickets are still on sale. BostonSauceParty.com. Come on out. Say hi to us. We'll be there all weekend, and I cannot wait. We'll do a preview next week. Don't worry. So for one final time, I'm Bob.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Graham.
It's been Tabletop Trio Podcast. Have a great night.
Peace.